Hi, this is Kai Cheng Thom, and this is Ask Kai, Quick Tips for the Apocalypse. This is a series of short videos in which I'll be answering all of your most pressing questions about how to survive in an accelerated apocalypse in the time of coronavirus and beyond. Question numero uno is, do you have any tips about how to maintain a strong, healthy relationship in the time of a pandemic? Do I ever? So the first thing is, I don't really know. The second is, I don't think anybody really knows. We are in an unprecedented time when enormous socioeconomic crisis is happening upon us and potentially enormous tragedy as well, collectively for sure and possibly personally. So the first thing I would say is validate that you might not know how to be in a relationship right now. Validate that you might be feeling frustrated, stressed, like you don't know how to support your partner, like your partner might not know how to support you. All of that is okay. And once we admit it to ourselves, I think that gives us a little more room to relax into it, to fuck up, to not be at our best, to allow our bodies do what they do evolutionarily in the time of crisis, which is flood us with adrenaline, with cortisol. They make us all nice and stressed out. They shrink our capacity for relational survival because what our bodies are focusing on is physical survival. When we can have compassion and admire our bodies for the work they're doing, then we start to be able to get more tender with ourselves and more tender with our partners. Allow yourselves to be close when you're able to be close, and to take some distance when you need to take distance. We're all getting through, and we all need to do what we have to. I think probably one of the hardest things about the pandemic is that we can't reach out and physically touch or be with the ones we love. I think this is the hardest thing because even though it can be really tough to be trapped with a partner in the same space, at least you have a range of options for being together, trying to not be together. When it comes to quarantining apart though, we have to really kind of get down there and be creative and compassionate with ourselves. The first thing to do, I think, is just to admit you don't have to be amazing at it right away. We're not all experts at sending nude selfies that feel good to everyone. We're not amazing at video or phone sex. So let yourself be awkward. Let yourself discover what it's like to be new at something, new at sex, new at sexuality again. If you remember what it was like when you were first starting out, being a sexual or romantic person, it probably wasn't amazing. You know, some of us might have lost our virginity in a nightclub in Tel Aviv over a toilet somewhere, just saying. And that's probably going to be true for figuring out quarantine intimacy as well. Give yourselves a break. Second thing is, within the limits of your comfort and your partner's comfort, aim for creativity and novelty and intention. Like, if you haven't done something before, maybe try doing it. Like, give each other themed sexy selfie challenges, right? Like, can you dress up like a Game of Thrones character while also looking sexy? I mean, that's what gets me off, but I don't know about you. You might want to try writing each other erotic stories, sharing erotic fantasies, watching porn together. Apparently, the exclusive content on Pornhub is now free. See what works for you, what gets both of your juices flowing in just the right combination at just the right moment. The second thing to focus on is intention, and that just means even if you're not doing everything perfectly, you and your partner will probably most appreciate that you're setting aside the time and really focusing on being together in a specific way. There are a lot of ways to be intimate. The important thing is trying. How do you keep your relationship healthy if you're suddenly living together 24/7? A question I know very, very well from personal experience. Some of us might feel a lot of pressure to be intimate right away. So I would say schedule space. Honor your boundaries. There are a lot of ways to be in a room together without having to be intimate together. So I would schedule in, like, if you're working on stuff from home, like, make work time work time. If you don't have work to do, then you might want to just like read side by side and honor that, right? Like, you could even if you're having trouble sticking to this, I would actually put time limits on it. Like, I'm going to do an hour of alone time, or like alone together time. This will allow spaciousness, room for you to grow separate interests and maintain separate social contacts outside of quarantine, and it'll make that time together actually feel special instead of forced, or like something that breeds resentment or pressure. Honor each other's space as best you can. Thanks so much for watching. This is Kai Cheng Thom with Ask Kai, quick tips for the apocalypse. Stay safe, stay healthy, and do your very best not to bake any sourdough bread. We have enough sourdough bread in the world.